That's created by hardware run by independent parties all over the world. That's combined by a mathematically secure network protocol called Internet Computer Protocol, which creates a revolutionary cloud computing environment, which we refer to as the Internet Computer. And the Internet Computer, of course, is created by a sovereign network, but it provides not only a cloud network, but in its new Internet Computer 2.0 form, a specialized kind of cloud where AI can build. So how does caffeine work? Well, first of all, you talk to caffeine. Caffeine then writes the code that runs your app, and then uses that to deploy the next version of your app, and you can just refresh a web browser URL to see the changes you've made. So when AI codes and builds solo, you have something new. You have self-writing apps. And this is the revolution we're talking about today. And in the future, the internet will really write itself. And I think that's something you're going to get a peek at right now with the demo. All right. There we go. All right. So first things first. Behind me is a view of caffeine on a laptop. And to the sides of me is a view of caffeine on a phone I've got here, which is actually on the same account. So the phone view is important because for caffeine, mobile users are first-class citizens. This is very much a mobile paradigm. All right. So something else you might notice is that it resembles a chat app, like Signal, or WhatsApp, or Telegram, something like that. And that's because on caffeine, projects, apps, are really conversations. So let's start one now. And there you can see the app in the list of projects to the left and the chat on the right. The phone is just like it would on a chat app like WhatsApp, just showing the project, but we can click into it. So what else can we see? There are some different components to this tool. We're in the first component, which is chat, but you see something called spec, and when we develop an app, the AI will write that for us, and this thing called code, and that'll eventually contain code, and then there's something called draft, and that's a view of the running version of our draft, which we can also open in a separate tab. Anyways, let's just get back to the chat. So this is conversational, so we should start off by maybe asking caffeine a question. Let's say, where will my app run? Oops. Da. There you go. It says your app will run exclusively on the Internet Computer, a decentralized network that hosts and executes your application securely and reliably in the cloud. A decentralized cloud, it might have said, but there we go. Are my apps secure? Yes, your apps are secure. Apps on the Internet Computer are tamper-proof and immune to traditional cyber attacks, thanks to a mathematically secure protocol and decentralized infrastructure. Okay, that's pretty cool. What is the Internet Computer? The Internet Computer is a revolutionary decentralized network that provides serverless cloud functionality hosting tamper-proof and unstoppable apps and AI. That's cool. All right. Okay, so let's start off to get oriented with a really, really simple app. Just a single page with a smiley on it. So I'm going to tell it, create a smiley web page. All right. So it's going to write a spec, but it may just jump past because it is writing a spec. It's so simple. And then after that, it's going to write the code. And you can see in the mobile view, it's kind of rotating through this wheel. So we started in chat, then it went to spec. Now it's gone to code. And then the next step will be draft. So it's finished writing the app's code. We can see that from the chat. And it is now deploying it to the network. Boom. Okay. Wow. So we're currently seeing the app we created within the Caffeine app, but of course you can look at it outside. So I'll click on this link, and there you go. It's in a separate tab too. So let's kind of step up the complexity a little bit, and let's create a personal blog using the styling of Medium. Is that legal? Okay. I said it anyway. A blog post has a title, a rich text body, and tags. I'm going to add in a publish date. So we're going to start simple. Now, one of the really cool things with Caffeine is you go step by step. So I'll show you the code of this blog. So one of the things the Internet Computer does is it collapses the difference between logic and data. There's no database, there are no files or anything like that. The logic kind of lives in the data. And this is one of the things that enables AI to build far more complicated functionality than it could otherwise do. And when we upgrade apps, let's look at the same project on the phone, huh? When we upgrade apps, the AI actually migrates this logic, if that makes sense. And it does so within a framework that means that even if it makes a mistake, none of the data gets lost. And this is very important because AI makes mistakes, and it'll continue to make mistakes even though it's going to become smarter and smarter and smarter. And in this paradigm, in production, you're going to see Caffeine eventually, write really complicated apps in just seconds and make updates to apps in seconds. So it's a completely different kind of paradigm to traditional IT, where you have a team of people that work together to make updates to the code, and then comes the big release date, and they have to synchronize everything and get ready to roll back and so on. With this new paradigm, it's conversational. You literally just talk to the AI, and that's how you end up making updates to your app. And therefore, you have to make sure there's just no possibility of data getting lost. There can be no way that the AI makes a mistake and some of your data disappears. And that's important because what you'll see in production, there's a system of drafts and pushing drafts into live and so on. But a normal user may not notice that some of the data got lost. The data loss might be quite subtle. And Internet Computer 2.0, which provides a cloud environment for AI, provides a solution to this. It provides a kind of playground for AI where it can really develop applications very rapidly in response to user requests without risk of losing data. Okay, so here we go. We're still doing very simple. Let's just create another one while we're doing this. So create a tennis lesson booking app for a tennis coach. Okay, see that? It says, oh, it's gone straight away. Didn't give it many features. Maybe we'll have to add more. Okay, we'll leave it building. Let's look at our blog while that's going. So you probably noticed that it's writing a lot of code for us. But so by using caffeine, you become like a superhuman technical team in the sense that you can create these things very, very rapidly. But even more than that, you can work on multiple apps in parallel. So we predict that as people get very proficient with caffeine, they could be working on even 10 apps in parallel. And it gives you a measure of the sheer productivity this thing can unleash. Okay, so let's look at this blog. Let's open it in a separate window. Get it right. Okay. This is my first post on my blog, created using caffeine. Blah, blah, blah. This is really cool, etc. Really, really cool. Okay. You can just make the first word bold or something. And then tags. Okay, so ICP, obviously. SWI, self-writing internet. Caffeine. What's that? All right. Save this post. There we go. My first place. Okay. Whoop, blah, blah, blah. Just so we have some content in that. Tag, oh gosh, I don't know, ICP, demo, whatever. All right. So that's working. It's still kind of basic, but we'll get back to that. Okay, what's happening with our tennis? Okay, let's go and look at our tennis. Okay, so that's still going. So let's go back here and ask it how many lines of code, how many lines of code did you write? Ooh, 700, not bad. Not bad going for a couple of minutes. All right, so please, add a thumbs up button to each post. See how that goes. All right, back to the tennis booking app. Here we go. Ooh, so this is interesting. So this one's got a login, which is nice. So we go here. We've got an internet identity set up. Okay. So far so good. Create a new time slot. Let's do that. Let's just say I'm going to do it tomorrow, 10 a.m. or something. There we go. I missed it, didn't I, the first time around? Okay. End time. Well, let's just do it like this. 10. No. It's 90 minutes, right? So 90-minute slot. Create time slot. Ooh. Let's have a look here. Coach dashboard. Manage bookings. No bookings yet. So, interestingly enough, it doesn't show the time slot. So let's go back, I think, and we'll say to caffeine, display the available time slots so that students can book that. Can see. Okay, from this. See and book them. Set that one going. Okay, we go back to the personal blog application and well, let's just have a look at this guy. Yeah, we can see it here. I can vote. No bad. And actually, I didn't spot this the first time round. It has a tag filter. Let's see if that works. Ooh. All right. Not bad. Not bad. So let's create another one since we like working in parallel. Create a, oh gosh, what would you call it? A booking app for ICP's fourth birthday party. People should be able to register with their first name, name, last name, professional affiliation, and email address. Yeah, seems good. So we'll set that guy going. And meanwhile, oh, the tennis lesson thing came back. It's actually arguing with me? No. Students can already view and book available time slots in the app on the main page after logging in. Okay. Interestingly enough. Let's try logging out and logging in as someone else. Ooh, fair enough. All right. Caffeine was smarter than me. So I'm running out of things. Maybe, okay, here's an idea. Let's log out and go back in as the coach, which was the first person in. Okay. So what I should say is, okay, make it possible for the coach admin to view and edit available time slots. What else? Oh, and specify a court. There we go. Set that going. And how's the birthday party thing going? Okay, so that's the tennis booking app. So sorry, I'll go here. Ooh. Let's credit that. All right. Personal affiliation. Register for the party. Does it work? Woo. Nice. 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 But let's say create an admin view for accepting and declining registrations. Did I spell that right in? There we go. I think I spelled it wrong, but never mind. Let's see if we can work it out. So, what's it doing now? It's going to go back to the spec in a sec. There we go. Writing the spec for us. Meanwhile, we can see that the birthday party thing is progressing pretty quick to the back-end code. The tennis booking app is writing the front-end code we can see from the messages. The personal blog is kind of chugging away. And you can see how we can just keep on going, creating more and more sophisticated apps. And this is what self-writing's about. Now, funnily enough, of course, because it's a demo, it didn't make any mistakes, which is the opposite way it normally works. But oftentimes, when you see caffeine build, it'll hit errors, it'll detect errors, and it works its way through those errors on its own. And that's how this will go. Like, increasingly, a lot of the internet will be self-writing apps created by anyone and everyone who's got internet access. So while these are going, how much time we got chugging on? Let's put another one. Create a countdown page for the launch of caffeine. Right? But before we set that going, see how these ones are going. Okay, this one's writing a lot of code. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but I'll do it on the mobile for view 2, which is this one, ICP birthday app. People often, it's finished writing it now, but people often say, like, why does everything take so long in tech? Like, why have you taken so long to produce something? Truth is, you look at the code Caffeine writes to create these self-writing apps. It's incredible. Craft coders have always had a tough time of it. So the birthday app is building. The tennis app is building. I'm going to just check out our work. We already did everything we wanted to this thing, right? Tennis app. Okay, building your code and deploying to the network. This one's working. So let's just go through to the draft. And so this now you see. now you got to log in. Let's go in this one. ICP's 4th birthday party. Dashboard. And there's me, total registrations, party of 1 so far. I'll accept and see if it brings me in. I'm going. All right. So we had one last thing. Okay. We're good with the. Okay. So now we've got a new page for available time slots. Okay, and that's actually kind of the one thing that didn't work. But I think that's good enough for now. We'll fixate on that and keep going. So, new project. Create a countdown page for the launch of caffeine. That's what we all want, right? Okay. Let's watch it go. Let's go back. Hopefully this will be quite a simple one, with no special cases. As someone who's been writing software for decades, seeing this is really pleasurable because it's just so easy. TikTok, while we're going, let's just go and create another project and ask them, who can use caffeine? Anyone who can communicate in natural language on desktop or mobile can use caffeine to build or customize apps. No technical skills required. Yeah, it's designed to be, yeah. Oh, here we go, all right. There it is. Let's bring it out. All right. So I think that's it. Hopefully you can scan this QR code and register on join.caffeine.ai. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks.